Hello, everybody. I'm Christy Bolin, and welcome to Christy's Cropping and Creating. I have a fun layout for you that's really simple. Um, this this morning, I'm not sure when you watch it, and it's always hard not to say this evening because I know that I always premiere my videos on a Thursday evening. So, or almost always. But I have done a lot of pre-cutting. Sorry, something just got in my throat. And I'm gonna use some tools that one is newer and one has been around a long time. And it's this diamond shape for the custom cutting system. And I think I already said this, but I will say it again. I have already pre-cut a lot of things. So this layout is going to go pretty fast. You didn't need to see me punch all of these shapes, but this is the fireworks punch that it's been out maybe a month or so from Creative Memories. And Creative Memories has decided, and I can't guarantee that they will do it for all things, but this is a punch that has run out fairly quickly. And rather than just saying that it's sold out, they are going to allow pre-orders for it. And the date should be June 30th. So at the end of June, if you have placed your pre-order for this, in the order that you place, you will get a card in your box that explains how to order when the punch comes in. You will be notified when the punch comes in, that kind of thing. And then you will be able to redeem for your punch. From my understanding, they are only going to order the number that are pre-ordered. And that's because Creative Memories just doesn't have the warehouse space to have tools like this available indefinitely. So if you want to get your very own fireworks punch, it does kind of look like a star. It could also be used for a snowflake, I'm sure, on the right type of page. But this is something that can be versatile. Oh, it could even be a sunshine, y'all. So order yours now, and you can order from my website if you do not already have a Creative Memories advisor. I usually do this at the end, but I'm going to go ahead and do it now. Um, just got an alert for something. My website is creativememories.com/user/KRISTIBOLIN. And if you need to ask me a question or anything like that, you can email me at kristibolin@gmail.com. And I would be happy to help you. I would love for you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Christy's Cropping and Creating. I am getting closer to 200 subscribers. And when I reach 250, I'm going to do another drawing. I did a drawing last week for 3 people, and I've heard from 2 of them. I'm still waiting to hear from 1. So go back and watch last week's video to see if your name was called. But again, if you want the fireworks punch, you need to go ahead and place your pre-order for this. This is in the gemstone patterns for the custom cutting system. Oops, my camera is sagging because we have been traveling. Let me try to adjust this really quick. So I've been traveling, and it's very touchy, and so let me see if I can tighten it a little bit better, and hopefully it will not. I think it did right as I sat down. I think it moved again, but anyway, I want to get this page finished for you guys so that I can show you a really fun page. Now, I am going to be using red, white, and blue. My friend Lanita did a page that was silver and golds. She also did a page with some really bright colors, and you could see the Magic Kingdom's castle in the background. So just think how changing the colors of your papers can create different looks for this layout or for this punch. Honestly, if I were not running low on white paper and platinum shimmer and things like that, I would have done more than one layout to show you, but I'm running low on several things. I'm waiting on an order to come in. So I'm just going to show you tonight using papers from the US of Yay collection. I know I did a video on this last week as well, a patriotic layout. And I will also be using Starry Night Shimmer, Firecracker Red Shimmer, and White Shimmer in my layout. So that's what I'm going to do. And here is the premise of today's layout. We're going to take, I know it's a little bit off screen, but I'm going to take the fireworks that I have pre-punched, and I'm going to kind of cluster and scatter them up towards the top of the page and then maybe even at other places. One thing I wanted to show you as well, see how this firework is not all, like, it's not as long all the way around. Well, that's because I was getting to the end of a scrap of paper, but it's okay to use one that isn't 100% perfect because it can be used. Oh my goodness, look, that must have literally come off of a corner of the piece of paper, because it is fitting perfectly in that corner such that I would not have to trim it with my scissors. You know how I've done that before. So don't hesitate to just kind of chop all over your paper and use as much of it as you can. Now do be careful so that you don't jam your punch. But look, even this one, and I don't think it was with that piece of paper, it has a ray, let's call it a ray, that is not perfect as well. So, but it's okay. I'm gonna put things down and I'm gonna see what I can use. And my page is gonna hold at least 4 photos that are 4¼ inch by 4¼ inch. And I think that you might could do more, but I wanted to do when I said you might could do more, what I meant to say is I think you could do some larger photos as well, but I wanted to do like this because I really had the thought of one going in the center, and I thought about the diamond shape because I think diamonds sparkle, and obviously fireworks sparkle. And to be 100% honest, I was hoping to make like a star shape out of diamonds, but I didn't quite figure that out. And certainly tried figuring it out. Look, I cut 4 white, trying to layer them on and blah, 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 but I just couldn't get it right. So, which is probably because sometimes I'm not the greatest at visual things, but sometimes I do learn visually. Anyway, I'm going to have a diamond in the center of my 4 photos because you know what? You very, very rarely have just a couple of photos of fireworks. Sometimes you do, but sometimes you don't. So I wanted to be able to have a lot of things. For that matter, what if my top 2 photos were of fireworks? My bottom 2 photos are of the picnic that we had before we watched the fireworks or something like that. So this could be a really neat page with these shapes, but I'm gonna just kind of scatter, and I wanted to use a lot of different colors, and I'm gonna try to use some of these patterned papers as well. I've got a couple of different shades of red. I've got the different shades of blue, and I think it would be okay to actually go on top of your photo or under it. And so anyway, I'm going to go off the page. I'm going to go on the page, exclusively. I'm going to layer the punched pieces. And I think that you could even come down the sides like so, underneath. But I really, 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 even maybe in the middle of these pieces. But what I really wanted was to be able to have a lot scattered towards the top. And I'm going to put some on with foam squares. So that will be fun too. Now, getting an awful lot of yellow. I mean, awful lot of yellow, awful lot of red here. So I need to be careful, and I need to be sure to try to mix in the different things. Now, if any of you are screaming, stop, stop, you're getting it too busy, don't worry, I'm going to readjust. I just wanted to be talking as I'm showing you what I'm thinking or the general idea of what I'm thinking. So I will readjust in just a moment about how to better balance some of this. So I've got this red here, but none over here. So let me move something over here. And also, when you punch this shape, I don't know that I'll really be able to show it. It's almost like it makes the rays stick up on one side of the paper. Maybe if I don't know if you can no, you probably can't tell. Like when I lay it there, it doesn't even go flat because of the way that it has punched it. And so, if you want to, when you're finished with your layout, if you wanted to literally curl up these edges, I'm sure that you could, but of course, if it's in a scrapbook, it's eventually going to be flattened out anyway. So keep that in mind. All right, let me think for 1 second. What else? Must have moved something. So if you only want the solid color papers, no worries. That do whatever you feel works for the layout that you have in mind. But just know that I think personally that the prints make it fun. A while ago, when I was talking about the different shapes that the fireworks punch could also look like, I think it can look like flowers, because now as I look at my screen of my page that I'm working on, it looks like I've got a ton of flowers up there. And I'm sorry that I do have to keep adjusting this. I'm going to try one more time. I hope y'all aren't getting sick watching me as I try to adjust. But these phone holders can be a tad tricky. So I think what I'll end up doing is I will move them more to the side. So anyway, let me move my photo mats so that we can start putting down the fireworks. And I know I already told you I'm going to use some foam squares. So I'm going to grab these out and I'm grab out my adhesive. And I know that this one, since it went so perfectly there in that corner the way that it was, I'm just going to go ahead and adhere it completely up against this edge. And unfortunately, I just heard my dog ring the bell, and she also whined, but I know it's not because she needs to go out. I think it's because she just wants some attention. Since I have been gone, she was very excited to see me come home today. I'm going to put some, I know I already told you this, but I'm going to put some going off the edge of the page, and then I will come back and trim them up in a minute. And I can layer heavily, or I can do it very sparingly. So let's just see what I come up with for a minute. I don't want to put all of them going off the page, and I also don't want to completely layer everything, but let me call her in here. Luna, come here. Come lay down. Good girl. Come on. Come on, lay down. So for my foam squares, I'm just going to put one of the small, like right in the center of that, in the center of that circle part of the punch, and I'll just kind of like pop it up. Now, because that was it was concave the other direction, you may have to, fix some of them or whatever because they may be turned going the other way, but that's okay. I'm sure you can do it. And so um, don't worry about having to fix it so that it doesn't look like it's going the wrong way. I think I might do one more blue over there and then leave space and put them more over to the side. But you know what? I'm going to pop up this blue one. Oops, where did my other foam squares go? I know that I have plenty, or I should have plenty of these punched already. So we will see in a second if I need to add more of what I already have punched. I know I got to start working on this side. Again, I think this should be a fairly quick layout for you because I did pre-punch these things, but there's really, oh my goodness, I probably did it and it took me longer to pull out my papers than it did to punch. I do think that you have to, because of the way the the rays come out from the center of the circle, you might have to um, be careful how you pull the paper, the scrap that you've already cut from, away from the inside of your punch. And I'm not 100% sure that makes sense without me showing you literally, but like for instance, when I load my paper, I'm just going to punch one to show you what I mean. And hopefully I won't get stuck. So when you load your paper and you punch, so I've got my piece, but unloading this, it might get caught on those teeth. So you might have to be careful how you unload, but that's okay. And hopefully you won't get it stuck or you won't get it stuck too many times. This one I was going to have go under a a picture since that end was kind of messed up, and I want to do this one like that. So now that I have those kind of up there towards the top, I'm going to go ahead and put adhesive on my photo mats and stick these down so that I can then see how much more I want to do. And also let me put these two at the bottom so that I can better judge where to go with these two mats that are coming up towards the top. So I'm coming in about 1 inch from my left-hand side, and over here I will also come in about 1 inch. I'm trying to see if I'm straight across through here. I'm about 3 inches down from the top of my page, and then yeah, that should be fine. Okay, so let me grab my adhesive on these two. And in this case, I'm about 1/4 inch from the bottom. Again, I came in 1 inch from the side. And something might not be straight, but I'll fix it in a minute if it's not. I actually might have to use my multi-purpose tool to lift things anyway. So I've got two that are popped up with foam squares on this side. I've only got one over here, and I kind of feel like this side needs one of the brighter blues too. I'm going to pop it with a foam square. Look, we're almost finished. At least I think we are. And I'm going to come so that it barely, if at all, goes over the edge. And I thought that I would have at least one somewhere along the middle. And after I layer this on here, I may end up doing more, or I may tuck these pieces. That's what I was trying to say. Not, I didn't mean to say do more. I meant to say tuck the pieces. Let me grab my multi-purpose tool. Okay. And let's see. Oh, I think my camera slid again. I'm going to stop right there for now, other than putting down my diamond. And after I put down my diamond and trim off my pieces that are going over the edge of the page, we will see if I then want to add any more. I might be finished. You know, sometimes more is more and sometimes less is more. So I'm just going to take this, turn it over to the back so that I can really see where it's hanging off, trim these pieces off. And oop, that little white piece was wanting to hang on tight. And I'm not even going to bother wiping off that spot right now. I'm just going to turn it back over, see how this looks. And you know what? I think I'm happy with that. So let me kind of give us a better view here by sliding these things out of the way. And of course, I can't slide all the poop up there out of the way, can I? But here is our layout. And you know, we've got five photo holders, and if you wanted to, you could even use some other background paper back behind your 4 squares. But I think then it's just an extra use of paper that is kind of unnecessary because you've got all the beautiful explosions going on up top. So I think I'm just going to keep it like that and not do any more coming down either, because really fireworks are in the sky and this would supposedly be our sky. So here we go. And again, if you need to place a pre-order for the fireworks punch, or if you need anything else and you don't have an advisor that you're working with, I would love to help you. I can also do a beginner class for you and some friends, so that you can earn some of your scrapbooking supplies for free. And I love my work as a Creative Memories advisor. It is very, very easy to be a Creative Memories advisor. If you want to get your things at cost, I can help you with that. And so just let me know if you would like to join my team as a Creative Memories advisor, and I will get you information on that. I love, love, love what I do. And thank you for trusting me with your memories and for spending this time with me watching this edition of Christy's Cropping and Creating. I hope y'all have a great one. See you next week.